A small introduction about the lipids, then followed by the classification of lipids, then what are neutral fats or triacyl glycerols, classification of fatty acids, saturated and unsaturated fatty acids, what are phospholipids and what are non-phosphorylated lipids, then sphingolipids. So all these things we will be discussing. Okay. So these are the main objectives of learning in lipid chemistry. So if you see the lipid chemistry, you should know what is the definition of lipid. So lipids are heterogeneous group of compounds. Lipids are heterogeneous group of compounds that are insoluble in water and soluble in polar solvents like benzene, ether, chloroform, etc. Distribution of lipids, if you see, they are mainly distributed in the adipose tissue. In the adipose tissue, lipids are stored in the form of triacyl glycerols, and in the plasma these are present as lipoproteins. And in the cell membranes also you can see lot of lipids. The cell membrane is made up of mainly lipid bilayer, so that consists of mainly phospholipids and cholesterol. Form the part of the cell membrane. So lipids are heterogeneous group of compounds. That are insoluble in water and soluble in polar solvents like benzene, ether, chloroform, etc. So distribution of lipids mainly distributed in the adipose tissue in the form of triacyl glycerol, in the plasma as lipoproteins, and in the cell membrane phospholipids and cholesterol are mainly present. Now if you see the biological importance of lipids, this is very important. Biological importance of lipids everybody should know. They are more palatable and storable to unlimited amount compared to carbohydrates. So they are more palatable. Palatable means they are tasty. So if you start eating one lipid oil food substance, you feel like to eat more and more. So that is what palatability. Okay, so they are more palatable means they are more tasty, and they are storable to unlimited amount. There is no limitation for the storage of lipids in the body. So they can store to maximum amount compared to the carbohydrates. Okay. They have a high energy value. 25% of body needs. They have a high energy value. Means compared to carbohydrates and proteins, fats on oxidation they give more energy. They yield more energy. So they are high energy value substances, and they provide more energy per gram than carbohydrates and proteins. So that is why they are high energy value substances. They supply the essential fatty acids that cannot be synthesized by the body. They supply the essential fatty acids that cannot be synthesized by the body. So lipids, they give essential fatty acids that cannot be synthesized by the body. Essential fatty acids means they cannot be synthesized in the body, so they should be supplied in the diet. The fats or lipids, they supply the body body with fat soluble vitamins. So you know that fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E and K. So these fat soluble vitamins are supplied by the help of these lipid substances which are present in the diet. They are more important constituents of nervous system. So lipids are more important constituents of nervous system. They are more important constituents of nervous system. Like if you see the myelin sheath, myelination of neurons is all with the help of cholesterol and other lipid substances. So they are more important constituents of nervous tissue. A tissue fat is an essential constituent of cell membrane. Tissue fat is an essential constituent of cell membrane and nervous system. Tissue fat is an essential constituent of cell membrane and nervous system. It is mainly phospholipids in nature that are not affected by starvation. So phospholipids and cholesterol, these things are mainly present in the nervous cells, nervous tissue, because even in starvation the cholesterol is exhausted and triacylglycerols are exhausted, but not phospholipids. So phospholipids are mainly part of the nervous tissue cell membranes and myelination, because they will not be affected even by starvation. Okay. Then storage lipids. You know that lipids are stored in the body in the adipose tissue. That is called depot fat. Is stored in almost all human cells, but mainly stored in the adipose tissue. So the lipids acts as a storage form of energy and a pad of internal organs to protect them from outside shocks. The organs also, if you see from one organ to other organ, there is a fat substance that is present, which acts as a pad, like a cushion. It acts and protects the organs from the outside shocks Then a subcutaneous thermal insulator against loss of body heat. A subcutaneous thermal insulator against loss of body heat is acts as a insulator. So subcutaneous fat that is present below the skin acts as a insulator against loss of body heat. So insulator means it prevents the loss of body heat from the body. So it acts as a insulator. Now lipoproteins, which are complex of lipids and proteins, are important cellular constituents that present both in the cellular and subcellular membranes. So lipoproteins, which are complex of lipids and proteins, are important cellular constituents that present both in the cellular and subcellular membranes, Then cholesterol is a type of lipid. So this enters in the membrane structure and is used for synthesis of adrenal cortical hormones, vitamin D3 and bile acids production. Lipids provide basis for dealing with diseases such as obesity, atherosclerosis, lipid storage disorders, essential fatty acid deficiency, respiratory distress syndrome. Okay, so lipids provide basis for dealing with diseases such as obesity, atherosclerosis, lipid storage diseases, essential fatty acid deficiency, respiratory distress syndrome. So these are the diseases associated with the lipid metabolism. So these are the main biological important functions of lipids. So again, the summary of the lipid functions is given here. The storage form of energy, they are stored in the form of triacylglycerol. These are components of the cell membrane, like phospholipids and cholesterol are components of cell membrane. Precursors of steroid hormones and vitamin D. So cholesterol is the substance which is responsible for the synthesis of steroid hormones and vitamin D in the body. So this is required for synthesis of steroid hormones and vitamin D. It helps in the absorption and transport of fat soluble vitamins. fat soluble vitamins. It help in absorption and transport of fat soluble vitamins. Okay. Then lipids acts as metabolic regulators. Metabolic regulators means signal molecules. They act as metabolic regulators and signal molecules. Signal molecules. Signal molecules. Example, phosphatidyl inositol. PI means phosphatidyl inositol, acts as a signal molecule, and they are responsible for insulation of the neurons. They are acting as thermal insulators of the body. They act as pads of fat protecting the internal organs. So they give shape and contour to the body, shape and contour to the body, and they give taste